You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, earlier I did the video where we found out that the Dallas Cowboys had traded for George Pickens, the sometimes toxic number one wide receiver that had been moved, regulated to number two once DK Metcalf entered the building, was now gone. He's now out the door. That had been rumored for quite some time. Some people claimed, well, since the end of the season. No, since the end of the 2023 season, there was already rumors circulating out there that the Steelers were looking to try to move wide receivers. By the way, Romeo Wilson, I'm a Michigan fan. You're up, bud. You're up now. Robert Woods got signed. Robert Woods? Okay. That's one way to go. By the way, I did not know this. Do you know that Robert Woods has a sneaky 8,300 yards in the NFL? I did not know that. When he went to the Steelers and signed, I just brought up his stats just for the hell of it and was like, not only that, but he had 3 seasons in there that were like Pro Bowl level kind of seasons. Random. I don't expect that out of Robert Woods now. But what you can expect, and if you're a Steelers fan, you may be wanting to hang yourself. There's a lot of reaction to this coming in, but Aaron Rodgers, as I said earlier, I think it's getting closer and closer now, which means Allen Lazard is getting closer and closer to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, if you're a Steelers fan, you may be like, oh, bleep you, man. Well, look, we know Aaron Rodgers starts assembling the the mid-vengers, yeah, I said that, as he prepares to put a team around him that he feels a little more comfortable with. Allen Lazard, believe it or not, when you look at his career, is a better red zone threat than George Pickens was. You may be like, what? Yeah. Allen Lazard, I was shocked when I brought his stats up earlier. Look, he had quite a few less yards than George Pickens did, but he had twice the touchdowns of George Pickens last year. 6 versus 3. Then he had a down year the year before, but then he had 6 and 8 before that. Fact is, can't believe I'm going to say this out loud. Allen Lazard's got more of a nose for the end zone than George Pickens did. He's a better red zone receiver. So that should be interesting. All right, but here we are, and this is what is happening. So, per a source with knowledge of the situation, Allen Lazard with the Jets is, quote, in play to be traded to the Steelers. Why Lazard? Because Rodgers completely and totally trusts him, and Lazard, for whatever reason, performs much better with Rodgers than he does without him. Interesting. Lazard recently slashed his 2025 salary from $11 million to $2.5 million with a $1.75 million of guaranteed money. That's a downright bargain for the Steelers, who suddenly have a gaping hole on the depth chart behind DK Metcalf. The possibility hinges largely, if not entirely, on Rodgers signing with the Steelers. While nothing with Rodgers is ever done until it's done, the persistent thinking continues to be, it will happen. So, a lot of reaction from you guys. That is the depth chart right now. Calvin Austin III, there's something there, I think, with that guy. I actually like him. Freiermuth, who knows what Darnell Washington's going to be. God, he was a beast in college. He was. Scotty Miller's on there. Like I said, Roman Wilson, can you finally step up? A really damn good receiver in college. And then, of course, you would add Allen Lazard in there somewhere. Some people believe he would be the second wideout. Maybe he'd be the third. But Steeler fans are reacting to this. Yeah, right here. Now I'm seeing Allen Lazard in a big 2025. Yeah, how about let me get up out of my seat and throw myself out the window. That's funny. It is funny. Rumored WR2 replacements in Pittsburgh: Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, Donald Driver, Jermichael Finley, Nathaniel Hackett just in. Instead of signing Aaron Rodgers, they're signing Brett Favre. God. A-Rod really pulling the strings behind the scenes to get Alan Lazard, huh? Yeah, a little. How about Denzel? Yeah, drinking some vodka. Man, that sounds good right about now. Well, it's 11:40. Rhodes, are you an alcoholic? No, I've literally had one beer in the last year, I think. Steelers replacing George Pickens with Alan Lazard. Little let me hang myself, bruh. That's toilet paper. That's not going to help you out. Steelers making room for Alan Lazard so they could sign Aaron Rodgers. Yep, he's in play. Unbelievable. I mean, it truly is. What is the Dolph Cleveland followers saying? I mean, seriously, he's effing ass. No, if the plan is to tank, no to both of them. Now, dumbass effing front office. Steeler fans are loving this. God. Seriously, Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh. Confirmed. This dude allows Rodgers everywhere. This guy says, we want Mason Rudolph. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. A lot of people, we want Mason Rudolph. The Steelers following the Jets playbook. The Rodgers effect. Wow. It's crazy. Cats acting like Lazard can't still play. He can play. Yeah. What a downgrade. Look, again, as far as yards go, yeah, it is a downgrade. Yards per reception, yeah, it is a downgrade. I mean, I'm not even going to try to convince anybody of that. As a red zone threat, sometimes you got to look a little deeper. As a red zone threat, it's an upgrade. Plain and simple, it's an upgrade. He scored 6 touchdowns in 10 games that he started. George Pickens had 3 in 12 games that he started. Sometimes you got to calm down, peel back the curtain a little bit more, take a little deeper look inside. The fact is, Alan Lazard's going to be a 40-catch, 500 to 600 yard, 5 to 6 to 7 touchdown kind of guy. That's where he is. All right. And he's going to be good in the locker room. That should be the other thing that's pointed out here. I suspect Mike Tomlin would get Alan Lazard and will love him, actually. That's my guess, anyway. If this even happens. We don't know that it even happens because, well, the Jets have a receiver at, not even $3 million who can absolutely contribute to the Jets. So the question is, even if Rodgers shows up, are the Jets going to want to trade him? They just restructured. That's something to think about that's got to be brought up. Do they want to actually do it? Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.